What's up, you guys? Teddy Striker here, and tomorrow is UFC 308. We're less than 24 hours away from this super fight, and I'm excited. And the person that I think is going to be winning this fight is Ilia Topuria. I think that Ilia is going to beat Max Holloway. This is a very close fight. I can definitely see Max beating Ilia Topuria, but I think that Ilia has a complete skill set. He's very solid on the feet, and also he has a solid grappling background that he can turn back to if the fight starts getting a bit tough for him on the feet. But early on, I think that ironically, Ilia Topuria is going to be the bull and Max Holloway is going to be the matador. I think that he's not really going to, try to pressure Ilia and kind of get in his face, because I feel like Ilia is going to be looking to trade with Max early on. So I think that Max is going to be on his bike, kind of like how he was with Arnold Allen, and stay patient and wait for openings. But yeah, I think Ilia is going to be pressing the action. I think he's going to be looking to put Max Holloway up against the fence, because that's where he has gotten a lot of his finishes, like combinations off, when his opponent is right up against the fence or really close to the fence. And I think that, Ilia is going to be looking for that jab early. I think that's going to be very important. I think he should look for his calf kicks early too. Justin Gaethje, he did have success with, some of the leg kicks. He wasn't throwing that much, and he wasn't really using his jab, which was really confusing, because Justin Gaethje has a very solid jab. I mean, we saw the Rafael Fiziev fight. He was like piecing him up, and you can tell Justin Gaethje had some stiff jabs, but for whatever reason, he wasn't using them against Max Holloway. But Ilia has to. I think he's going to need to set up his shots. He can't just, expect to like catch him for some big shots. I think he is going to have to work his way in the pocket, and it's going to take him a few rounds to get to Max Holloway without him, kind of moving away with the shots, kind of like rolling with the shots. Because Max Holloway, he does get hit quite a bit, but a lot of the times he's able to move with the shots, so it takes a lot of the impact from the punches. But if Ilia is able to get him to that fence and just tee off on Max, that's going to be very, very problematic for Max Holloway. But at the same time, Max is very dangerous in the pocket. Even if he gets hurt, like there's been times where he gets hurt and then he still throws. He keeps his hands up, he defends a few shots, and then he throws back. And he has that sort of fighting spirit where he'll actually go out swinging. And I think that Ilia Topuria isn't just going to strike with Max Holloway. I know he's been saying that he wants to knock Max Holloway out and he's going to do it in the first round, but I'm pretty sure he knows he's not going to knock out Max Holloway in the first round. That'd be causing you more harm than good, because when you don't get that knockout in the first round, then what are you going to do? But I think he is going to grapple. He has talked a lot about how Max Holloway is good on the feet, but he's kind of questioning Max Holloway's grappling.
He's good striker, but he's not good in wrestling. He's not good in the ground. Volk has been saying, now, if he's going to try to take him down, he's going to stand up quickly. Bro, this is the only thing you know to do in wrestling.
And this is very smart from Ilia, because when you look at Max Holloway's opponents, I mean, Justin Gaethje, he's going to stand and bang. The Korean Zombie, he's going to stand and bang. Arnold Allen, he's going to stand and bang. Volkanovski, same thing. Yair Rodriguez, he's a kickboxer. Calvin Kattar, he's a boxer. All these guys, majority of Max Holloway's opponents, I mean, Dustin Poirier, like Volk again, like all these guys, they're just going to strike with him. I mean, Ortega, he does have jiu-jitsu, but Ortega doesn't really have that sort of wrestling ability to always and reliably take his opponents down to the ground. He struggles a lot with getting the fight to the ground itself. Once he gets it to the ground, he's very dangerous, but if you don't have a means of accessing that, it's kind of useless, and it just turned into a striking match with Ortega as well. And yeah, like I said, this is very smart from Ilia. I think that is going to slow down Max Holloway, and it's also going to make the striking, it's going to enhance the striking of Ilia Topuria, as we've seen with Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. Islam was landing some clean combos on Dustin, because Dustin was expecting Islam to go for takedowns, but instead Islam was striking him, and he was actually out-striking him at some point. And that's naturally going to lower Max Holloway's hands, because he's going to have to defend the takedowns of a shorter opponent. And yeah, that's just going to work towards Ilia's favor, and he can do some serious damage to Max on the ground. He can even potentially look to get a submission. I don't think he's going to submit Max Holloway, but he can definitely look for some ground and pound, maybe look for some elbows to cut him up. We've seen Max get cut up pretty bad against Volkanovski and Dustin Poirier. He had like that massive cut over his like eyebrow. That could serve to kind of blind Max Holloway and make him a bit more defensive. And also, on the feet, I feel like Ilia is going to be looking for a lot of body shots. I think that he knows that Max Holloway has a great chin, and to take out someone who has a legendary chin like that, you got to go to the body. And Max Holloway has, he has a granite chin, but what about his body? We don't really see fighters really go and attack Max Holloway's body. And at UFC 307, Alex Pereira was blasting Ilia Rountree with a lot of punches to the face, and Ilia Rountree was able to take some of them, but it was ultimately like the body shots that really softened him up and led to that finishing sequence. He hit Ilia Rountree with like 2 hard body shots, and after that he hit him with an uppercut, but those body shots really like softened Khalil up. So I think Ilia Topuria should definitely be looking to attack Max Holloway's body, take some energy out of his system, and just make it a lot easier to take him out if you're going to go with a headshot. But I actually think that this fight is going to stop with a body shot. I think that Ilia Topuria is going to blast Max Holloway with a liver shot, and that's going to cause the end of the fight. I think this is going to happen in round 4. I think that, or actually round 3. I think that Ilia Topuria is going to be headhunting quite a bit in the first 2 rounds, but in round 3, he's going to be starting to look for the body shots a bit more. And it's orthodox versus orthodox, and Max does switch stances, but he still does fight quite a bit out the orthodox stance. So that body shot is going to be open for Ilia Topuria. That left hook to the body, followed by a right overhand. And also another reason why I'm picking Ilia is I've seen Max Holloway get hit clean, like in almost all his fights, a little too much. I feel like Max knows that he's very durable, and maybe he doesn't really bring his left hand back to his face as much as he should, because he knows he's got an iron chin, but I feel like that's not always going to be there, and he constantly like lowers his left hand. He doesn't bring it back to his face, and Ilia Topuria has got dynamite in that right hand. I don't think he's going to knock him out with that right hand, but I think he can definitely hurt Max at the very least. And also Max, it seems like he might have, maybe had a tough wake up, because I remember at the press conference, like if you look at Max Holloway's like right hand, it seemed like his right hand was shaking, which was pretty odd. I don't think he was nervous or scared of Ilia. I think it might have been something to do with the weight cut. Maybe he had some problems with that. And if he had a bad weight cut, we know that it kind of like dehydrates your brain, and it doesn't make your punch resistance as solid as it should be going into fight against a power puncher like Ilia. But I think that Ilia is going to win this fight. I think he's got more ways to win. I think he's got the solid striking on the feet. And also, Max Holloway is getting hit by guys who don't really have that boxing technique that Ilia does. I think that Ilia's technique is actually really high level. The way he's able to generate power into his punches, the way he's able to, just throw his punches with clean technique. I think that's going to be the difference, because he's got a lot of power with that technique. A guy like Arnold Allen, yes, he's got a lot of power, but maybe he doesn't have the best technique in the world. A guy like the Korean Zombie, yes, he has his power, but he doesn't have that technique. Same with Justin Gaethje. And I feel like the technique of Ilia is going to help him out a lot, and it's going to help him find that body shot. But hopefully, we get to see a good fight. I don't want to see Max Holloway actually get knocked out, like get his chin cracked. But we'll see what happens. I think Ilia is going to win. Let me know who you guys think is going to win. Thank you for watching, and God bless.